We haven't been able to find out what kind of list he's on. It does make me think again about a bill we can never get passed here, and that is not to sell guns and dangerous weapons to people who are on the no-fly list. People we think with terrorist backgrounds, and surely we could do that. But I've got a statement here that we've put together so that I won't cry. Okay, I want to take a moment to mark the horrific loss of life over the weekend in Orlando, Florida. This mass shooting is the largest in American history. 49 murdered, 53 injured. And of course, the shooter was killed. Now, countless others impacted forever by this violence. Think what it was like for those people on the floor doing anything they could to try to save their lives, to make phone calls to their families saying, I'm going to die. And from what we hear, there was an awful lot of that. As a parent, you're there, there's not a thing you can do. Not a single thing you can do. You would hope somehow that your country might give you a decent chance, that it wouldn't turn out to be a hunting gallery and a place where they're having some fun, enjoying each other's company. But I think that people deserve and expect Congress to have a conversation about what really happened here and what, if anything, can be done to prevent this type of violence from ever happening again. It shouldn't be that the last time our loved ones leave home, the last time we see them, that there is a possibility we might ever see them again because of gunshot. And that's happened to so many Americans in this country who sent their children off to elementary school, 6 years old, in temples, in churches, in many schools, the people who were worshiping in South Carolina. None of them expected, they all expected to go home and continue their lives. Their families did too. But instead they're planning funerals and the rest of their lives with that person gone from it. Now, undoubtedly on the floor tomorrow we'll have a moment of silence to mourn the loss of life, but we need more than that. We need more than moments of silence. We need some action. I have stood on the floor too many times to mark a mass shooting, and I know they must be very gratified by our prayers and our thoughts, but it's just really time for us to give them more. After Sandy Hook, we said never again. Since then, as I said before, there have been 998, that's close to 1,000, mass shootings just since Sandy Hook. That's an unconscionable number, and we sweep it under the rug. But I think it represents a failure of this Congress to act. Every time we all stand up on the floor, we are the people who have the ability to change it. We're the people who have the votes that could make the difference. Now, this Congress has time for degrading the environment and repeals Obamacare 60 times and time for resolutions that aren't going anywhere, but what it doesn't have time to do is discuss the safety of our citizens. I think the violence epidemic is crippling this nation. I know that life has changed so much for so many people in small towns, where these awful things happen and nobody knows why. And then we go on with our lives. And we do need some more, I think, than thoughts and prayers, as I said before, how important those are, because in many, many times in everybody's life, the only thing in the world that ever gives us any hope and solace is prayer. But we need now, for the victims, for the families, for the people we serve, for the United States of America, we need action and law.